Alrighty. You know, I think that might be the longest I've actually, or rather, the most I've heard of the song on the save and load menu. Just because, like, most of the time it's like you just jump right in. So yeah, last time we started, we are a young boy named Echo Clemens, and basically, we got isekai'd after opening up a book that we found in the library because we did not wish to go. Well, we didn't want to get to class on time, so yeah. Uh, we wrote our name in the book, and we got transported over here to the world of Ivalice, the same one from Final Fantasy 12, as well as some of the earlier tactics games. So yeah, we've joined this clan, and the clan Moonchild, and we are more or less just kind of doing missions while trying to find a way to get back home. So yeah, we are pretty early into the game still, but there's a lot of really cool stuff that happens in this game, so it's a lot to look forward to. But yeah, so right now this is my team makeup. It's mostly like, you know, I'm still working with the basic classes. But yeah, we basically need to go and examine the little sparkling points to go and find a specific item, and that's it. But yeah, so I'll go through the group, what we've got working with right now as we get to them. So our buddy Monica over here, or Moniki, she is a red mage, pretty famous Final Fantasy class. So she can use basic levels of black and white magic. I believe in this game it goes up to the raw level, as in like Fyra, Blizzra, that kind of deal. So, and then of course they have access to rapiers as melee weapons, which is good, to be honest. Those are really powerful. There's a lot of really useful stuff you can get with that. So over here, Otz, our boy, I joked last time about him secretly being Otstarvo's Moogle self. But yeah, so he's currently an animist, which think of sort of something similar to a blue mage, except not as tedious to learn the abilities. They have different moves that they can learn that are based off of different animals that give them different abilities. So right now the only one we have lets them apply shell and protect to themselves, which is honestly really good. It makes them really tanky in the early game. So next up we got Sark over here. Sark is the lovely blue mage shop at the moment. I mean lovely in the biggest quotation marks I can try to describe. Just because blue mage is a nightmare in almost all things. Oh no! No! We broke the law because I got a crit! So we're no longer getting an experience bonus. We're not going to get the bonus item at the end. And if our people die, we can't revive them. So we have to be careful now. I can't believe you freaking countered. You got critical there. This is why I don't like blue mages. But Echo is currently a thief because I want him to become a ninja in the future. And he's only really got access to stealing some gil at the moment. Misha, however you pronounce this name, I think it's Misha, is a Numo and is currently a Beastmaster, though his whole main shtick is using black magic at the moment. Beastmasters can go and tame specific monsters on the field and have them fight for them. Yo, this hair is going ham. Yeah, so if I can get Misha all the way over there, I can technically go and tame those dream hairs, because that's one of the two beasts types that is able to go and tame at the moment. But I feel like that one's probably gonna die before that happens. But yeah, this is these kind of games have a lot of like side content in them. Like if you're just doing only the main story, then you're gonna find yourself underleveled a lot. Because the expectation is that you're doing most of these things when they come up. So let's go ahead and do some zappy boys over here. And we'll keep body blocking. Oh yeah, so interesting thing about this game that I forgot to mention previously is the fact that your MP starts out at 0 at the beginning of the game of an encounter, and it will go up by 10 every turn that you're in combat. And so you can't just start combat and go crazy with your spells. You have to take a little bit of time to build up your MP before you can do the really powerful stuff, which is why being more than just a pure caster can be really useful in this game. And of course, there are some abilities you can get that will make things a little bit easier on you, like cutting the damage, or not the damage, decreasing the amount of points you have to spend in half. Can I? Yeah, I need one more step. Alright. We're just gonna have to smack. Oh yeah, so Ludlov over here is a warrior, which is, if you ever played Final Fantasy X, his kind of warrior is very similar to Orin. There's a good number of like attribute damaging moves, so like he can go and drop people's HP, or like their attack power or their magic power and stuff like that. But because this game has the job system in it, you're gonna end up swapping classes pretty often. Like you learn jobs not from leveling up, but from the different items you have equipped. And once you've mastered the abilities on that item, it's like, well, you may as well go ahead and switch to a different job and see what you can do, what else you can learn. So in the early game, we have very simple characters, but once we get further on, you're going to see some pretty like wild combinations. Alright, let's go ahead and, well, no taming you today. Oof. Let's go ahead and just keep our boy safe. But yeah, I've started out my last stream with doing a trying to do a bit of both of the of having both screens visible. Unfortunately, or fortunately rather, this game's top screen doesn't really like, it's not where the bulk of the gameplay is happening, so it's not really a big deal to go and show it. So just so that we're using more screen space, I opted to my dude's got goo in his hands. I opted to go ahead and try and just do only the bottom screen, which you can see here. So that makes the most sense to me personally, just so that like half the stream isn't being spent on something that doesn't really matter. Like the most you're missing out on is turn order. which isn't super important. There's a few other things if we're talking about the whatchamacallit, in like the character the unit customization section where we're going and like changing abilities and all that. But it's in general, it's not that big of a deal. I always forget that the monsters all have like names as well, but they're all like really out there. Can we finish off these two? The goblin's gonna be gone at least. Yeah, even though our objective isn't to go and kill them all, considering we get materials for beating enemies, it is worth our time. Because more materials equals more items that we can like buy, which means more abilities we can learn. Alright, and is that enough? Should be. There we go. Alright, and now that there's no enemies, we can just waltz up and search everything. You goo on our hands. More goo. The request is just literally, hey, go dig in the grass until you find, like, the thing. I hope you don't pick up any poo on the way. Sprig of Touch Me Not. Your hand starts to itch. Oh no. Is that basically just poison ivy? I hope not. Man, lots of the... I swear, like, every, like, 3 streams I do has those, like, you wanna be famous, kid? Ooh, no, actual wolf dung. Alright. And then, real quick, this should be the last one. Muskmallow. Finally got it. This is what we came for. A bitter weed, but the apothecaries wouldn't have it any other way. Alright. Unfortunately, no bonus reward from the judge, because we broke the law. Alright, we can finally do the quest of the dude who's like, bring me cactus. I want cactus juice. Alright. Oh, that's right, I need Plan trials. I need more negotiation. Let me just double check real quick. No, quest list. Alright. You've just got these two. And negotiation is in Kamoa. Okay. Make sure there's not anything else I want to grab. Nah, I need to get my negotiation back up before I can do a lot of these. In fact, this quest I technically don't have the stats for anymore. The question is whether it'll still let me do it. Alright. Ooh, bronze armor. Can I buy a literal bronze armor? Makes sense. Small sword. Alright. Lead. Animal bone. Cactus fruit. card that steal items and silent gas for rangers. Alright. I need to save that last cactus juice. Oh good, I can now buy more bows. Great bows. Ooh, what's this good bow gonna be? Crinique. Sonic Boom for hunters and Beso Toxic for snipers. Is that everything? No, there's plenty of stuff to do. It's good. Ooh, interesting. Are we doing a D? Ooh, we are. What are we getting? Ancient Sword. Ooh, Random P for Soldier, Battlecry for Ravagers, and Sword of Darkness for Lanista. Now we choose instruments. Glass Bell. We've already got one of these, but unlocking them for purchase is still important. And let's see here. We're aiming for an E, it looks like. Ooh. Staff for Protection. Oh, Ifrit. That lets us summon Ifrit as a summoner. Ah, Summoner's such a good class. So many things I can make. Iron Hammer, Pickpocket for Vikings, and Protect for Green Mages. Ooh. Yes, please. And then another bow. Wind Slash Bow. Oust for Hunter and Vanish for Sniper. Alright, let's see here. Doing Scimitar. The Falchion. Random P for Warrior, Mind Crush for Raptor. If I remember correctly, Raptor is a manga specific. Alright, looks like that's all I can do there for now. Now hold off on some of these, just because not everything is a thing that I can use yet. Man, that is an expensive bow. Okay. Let's see if I can still do this mission even though my negotiation has gone down. After which point we will go do that the quest to increase my negotiation before we do the tomato hunts. Because I want to do my I'm the type of player who likes to do all my side quests first. Trappings of Failure. Destroy the traps. Doing more than 50 damage is forbidden. Don't worry about that, my dude. As long as I don't crit again, I should be good on that front. Actually, hold on a second. Let me double check, make sure I don't. Oh, you've mastered. Okay, I didn't realize that you, my friend, had mastered what you've got already. At least I can teach you another Beastmaster. Yeah. Is there a pixie one? No. Okay. Good thing I checked. Alright, let's go. Bonus experience. Monsters can fly! No wonder the traps didn't work. Now it's up to us to spring them all. Frederica. I hope that the greater than 50 damage isn't like a cumulative thing. As in, like, if I deal, like, 2 sets of 25, that it's not gonna proc it. Ow. It might be in my best interest to kill everything first. Now that I've seen how much damage that does. Oh, let's see here. Let me take a moment. I actually need to plug in the DS. I forgot to charge it overnight. Thankfully I just saved, so if something goes on the fritz because of this, it won't be a big deal. There's already so many cables going into this one device. Hold on a second. It's not charging. Give me a second. I'm going to quick save. Let me step back for a second. Alright, hold on. I'll put on some music in the background real quick. Alright. Let's try and get this charging. Now we're gonna have some issues. Oh, you know what might help? If I actually plug in both of the prongs. Ah. Remember, kids, don't be dumb. Being dumb is bad. Alright. Well, thankfully, it only took a second, so I can go back to capture. Yeah, considering I had a moment last time where my the game accidentally froze, I was like, let's make sure that I don't accidentally get like bonked on or something like that, you know? Alright. We're back at it. Let's see here. What can I... law. It just, alright, it just says, just that again, okay. You can have counter all you want, but you don't really do any major damage. It's like giving counter to a caster. Boom! There we go. Peppergrass. I think that's a material. Sounds like a material at the very least. Oh, this is fine. Okay. Let's just wait. Meteorite. Yo, Sephiroth, is that you? You turned into a fairy? More meteors. Let's heal up a little bit, shall we? Yeah, I don't think you can hop fences. The only way to go over them is if you can fly or teleport. Slow! No! Please miss. Oh no. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh no. Half my team is slowed. Or half the targets, anyways. A third of them are slowed. That's how factions work. Okay. Can I kill you with flurry? Uh-oh, wait, no. No, I broke the law! Oh, I'm good. I guess it doesn't count as breaking the law if you limit break. No, officer, you don't understand. I used a super move. Ah, okay, very well. Just don't do it again. Let's go ahead and try and smack this person. You moving back into range, are ya? I can actually hit both of these. I'm willing to hit Ots. Ots, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. my friend, can start making your way towards that way. Let's just angle ourselves. Yep, 28. Will that actually be a high roll? It won't. I have just the worst luck when it comes to high and low rolls, to be honest. Alright. Now we just need to activate all the traps, and we're good. I think that just does half of your HP every time. Yeah. Considering the disparity in damage. Golden Needle. I think those, don't those cure, what was it, petrification? That's gotta be a reference to something. Alright, that's the last one. Let's hope they think a little harder before deciding on traps next time. There we go. Silver bow. Ooh. I hope that teaches some good archery skills. Alright, so who learned a new, who mastered? Okay. I can go ahead and start learning. So what does loot level 1 do? Steals the target's level 1 loot. Okay. Or just steal item. Let's go with this because it's quicker. Alright, that's all I can learn as an animist. Ooh, good, I can become a Moogle Knight now. Alright, so... do I have any weapons you can use? Sweet Blade. Teach anything. Alright. Hold on a second. Go back to a normal shield. Unfortunately, I don't have any other moves that you can learn beyond Shield Bearer. But, I mean, it's still something. Let's keep items. Right now in the early game, items are really useful just because everybody's got pretty low stats and not a lot of like good second like job stuff to use yet. So alright. Let's go ahead and do... there we go. Latia's playing negotiation one. We need to get negotiation up a bit. What's up, Judge? So yeah, we can go and choose 1 of 5 titles. We're just gonna go with Hagglers because I don't want to decrease my other stats too hard right now. But it's good to know that there are some other bonuses that can come from these. On with the trial. Oh no, rabbits. the trial is uphold the law and defeat all foes. And the law is targeting distant units. Okay. So we can only be right in front of people. So no ranged attacks. Alright. So then... try and poison you. And we did it, good. Oh, do you wish to be tamed? Oh, you missed. Hey, how come you get to break the law? And I'm charmed. Great. Let's cure your charm real quick, bud. Okay, so yeah, stone can be cured by a gold needle. Okay, so you just control it to go and do one action. Okay. It's been forever since I've messed with Beastmaster, if I'm being perfectly honest. So it seems you can't have them move, which is kind of worthless, to be honest. Why did I target myself? Why did I do that? Finish him. Bam. How did the thing have a tiger hide in it? Yeah, Moogle Knight's basically the warrior variant for Moogles. There we go. Energy Mace and a Magus Robe. We already had an Energy Mace, but the Magus Robe will come in handy, I believe. I don't think we had one of those yet. Judge is like, good job! You guys are hagglers now. Empowered Numo. Okay. Alright. So, let's go to the pub. Fire seal. Kamoa. Kamoa. Alright. We'll do these other ones. Kamoa cup. We'll do that once we get to town. Back. I'm gonna do all the Targ ones first. Anything new we can make? There are katanas. Ooh. Looks like a kunai. Yep, for throw. Okay. Hey, it's a ninja move. I'll need it eventually. What is this thing? The Predator. Raptor and Warrior. What's Monkey Grip do again? I think that's like, it can wield a two-hander in one hand. If I remember correctly. And then this is the Jankbras. Oh, immunity to poison. It's good for Ravagers and Lanistas. Okay. Alright. I can't go too ham on using the guild just yet. Alright. In we go. The first step. Here's your cactus. You've brought the cactus fruit? I will exchange it in this for this book of medical knowledge. That looks like a really nice book. Are you sure you want to trade it for this? I think you'd be able to find another cactus fruit in the market or somewhere. No, I've committed to memory everything contained within this book, you see. With the cactus fruit, I require to treat a boy who lies seriously ill as we speak. Please, the fruit. There you go. Plan notes updated. Thank you. I could not stray from my clinic for long. With this, I will be able to concoct a salve for the boy. There you go, dude. To battle! Foodstuffs, texture. Procure the requested ingredients. Fire is forbidden. Which sucks because these guys are weak to it. There we go. Those things all look kind of the same, What was the request again? Must have fluffy white fur, enough to feed two, one makes one serving. So are you from the Iron Stomach? Yes, I suppose. No, really, I am only an apprentice. I've not become formally inducted. This here's simple though. You tell me when you think you've bagged what you need. As an apprentice, I have to supervise procurement, and then take the fresh ingredients straight to the kitchen. Alright. So we need to kill two of the white fluffy boys. Because it needs to be white, and then also we need 2 servings, and then 1 kill equals a serving. These do get a fair bit more complicated as the future goes on. Especially because we have to more or less ignore the other ones. Go-go dance. Isn't this like haste or something like that? Attack. Yeah, you're like no damage. You better not start trying to attack the chef. Alright, may as well start attacking. You know what? I'm gonna body block so you can't get to our boy over here. You're like, I saw you cast that blizzard at me. I'm getting back at you. Stop it. Tattoo. No, you don't want to give me the haste bonus as well, Rabbit? Oh, you can just go up there. Uh-oh. Our dude's asleep. At least he's awake now. Alright, this makes one. Just need to take on one more. Which you will make do perfectly. You are really determined to dance. Can I one-shot it? Yes. There we go. Got what we need. Can I? I can, okay. Can I help you? Deck was requested. Fluffy white fur, yep, enough to feed two. One makes one serving, that's all. You ever caught? All you need? Yep. Alright, I'll be taking it. I'm interested in this particular dish myself. Can't wait to taste it. I hope the finished meal is worthy of our efforts. There we go. Ooh, that's some nice looking stuff. Oh good, you mastered that. I don't think there's any other blue mage stuff that just... Yeah. So, you're just gonna keep learn on, but I'm gonna go ahead and start changing you around now. So, I think in terms of bows, right? There's like the only one focus, blackout, burial. Okay, so there are some new moves I can teach now. Just burial do. Brings peace to the undead. And blackout is arrows to blind. Yeah, blackout's way better. Like being able to deal with the undead is nice, but there's only so many like undead encounters, and you know what that's going to be what it is before you even get into them. So like, it's kind of one of those like yeah, I could go and do this, but things. Viking and rafters. Alright, let's go on to the next quest. Star Seal. Ah, thank you for coming. Will you press the Star Seal to the stone with no name and discover its true nature? I'd go myself if I were only able to. Star Seal received. I know it's updated. Alright, just give me the seal and I'll go check it out. The Star Seal. Examine the stone with no name. Lightning is forbidden. Yeah, the good thing is that because AP is given out on like quest completion, it's a thing where you'll get stuff, like it goes to everyone in the group, not just whoever fought. Fighting is what gets you experience. That's an odd looking stone by that monster. Maybe that's a stone with no name, and one of the guardians? Stay away. Kind of a strange choice for a guardian. Well, let's go and try the Star Seal. Let's just march on over. Unfortunately, the only magic that Moniki has access to at the moment is Thunder. So, I'm not going to be zapping anybody today. See if I can blind you. Aw, man. Oh, I could control you. To please target something. Again, of course, there's only one of you, so it doesn't really matter. Gold needle. Oh no! 1 magic damage. Ah, bonk. I can't believe it. All that MP no longer to be used. Such a travesty. Alright, let's just finish him. Oh. Just barely surviving. Alright. The stone's reacting to the star seal, Kupo. And there we go. Ta-da! Kaiser Knuckle, another platinum shield. Nice. Uh-oh. Round 2. Defeat all foes. Ice is now forbidden. Whoa, where are we? Maybe this is a hidden land with the Guardians? Leave. Those must be the Guardians. Something tells me we're not very welcome. No forgiveness, none. Let's deal with these monsters and worry about where we are. We are now back in Magic Town. Slap? Slap. We got healed in between encounters too, so... Valentia. Nusset the doggo. And then skirt. Skirt! I might as well have you go and get the chest over here. Never know what's gonna be. Wavir. Got a werewolf over here. Ungod. What does that do? Attack up or something? Counter. Ooh. Okay. Gonna have to be careful around you. My dude, you can throw that, deal as much empty damage as you want to him. Like, it's not gonna matter. Insect tusk. Slappity slap. Yeah, Fang isn't dangerous if you do it from the front, my dude. gonna be in the chest. A handkerchief. Okay. Aw, man. Take him out. Here we go. Your counter's not going off anymore. Man, she just Moniki just loves to do friendly fire for some bizarre reason. I don't know why. Who's making them do that all the time? I think I can snipe this dude with a little bit of fire magic. Yep, there we go. Gonna go into Berserk, but I should be able to finish him off right away with some good old thunder magic. Yeah, that should be more than enough. Rusty frying pan. Okay. You'll probably only take a few swings to go down with everybody here. Yeah, I know there are some spots where it does, like, shooting somebody with archery can actually like shoot somebody in the back if you're not careful in positioning. Alright. If the stone with no name is a message from the ancients, just what is it trying to say? saying level up. Samson sword, micro throw, phoenix down. Okay. Already had all that stuff, but never hurts to get more. New abilities. Alright, we got thunder already. Okay, so that's all the red mage skills I can teach at the moment. Tree, elementalist. Do you have a new fencing moves I can teach? I do. Okay, there's feather blow. Okay, just feather blow. I think you can use the green beret, right? Yeah. Archer's Bane for archers. Okay. I'll take it. Time Mage and Geomancers. Okay. Is that all the... Oh yeah, I have 0 quests to accept at the moment. Alright. Thanks so much for the cactus fruit the other day. The medicine worked, and the boy was brought back from death's door and restored to full health. Much to my surprise, the boy hailed from a wealthy family, and they were quite generous in showing me their gratitude. Though this was truly unexpected, I resolved to make the most of it by traveling to Morabel, there to refine my skills in magical... Alright, good job. Happy for the dude. Oh, so I missed a day where I could accept this, so I have to wait like a whole year before that's available. Alright. Do I have a Prima Petal? I do. Alright. Koopo! Pink and heart-shaped Koopo? These are even better than I hoped for! I've never seen a flower with a heart-shaped petals before, but it seems perfect. So, you like them? Oh, they are perfect, Koopo! Thank you! There you go. I'm sure my mother is going to love them. Koopo! Well, there you go. Ooh, unlocked a new move. Ooh, good. Ninja is 4 thief, okay. There are any... Oh yeah, that's right. I do have steal items. Alright. We'll work on steal items next. I guess Lamias are next here. Yeah, I need more items for black and white mages, because it's not working out. I want to learn more of those moves. Samson sword, I've already got one, but still unlocked nonetheless. Uncommon swords, turquoise trappings, ornamental blades, grim-stained gloves, Delstad's great swords. Alright. And then the zoos are like, oh yes, here's a thing about magic. Large feather. Fire gladiator, Moogle knight. Shadow blade. Ooh, good. I can finally start teaching some actual Moogle knight moves to us. Now we're ahead of Barong. Middle knuckle. Already got one of those, but still good to unlock. Ornamental blade. I love that frying pans are a piece of equipment here. Ooh, this is Florette. I knew what. Ooh, cure for red mage. Though I've already got that. You can get that from being a white mage, so it doesn't really matter that much. And this is blue saber. It's just a decent saber. No abilities. Ooh, what is this? Looks like a dagger. Ogun blade. Fighter and gladiator. Okay. Uncommon swords. Then this is Buster sword, which is a one-hand in this world. So, soldier, warrior, and spellblade. Okay. Alright. Go ahead and buy. There was a thing that I definitely wanted to get right away. What was it? There was Shadow blade. I mean, I may as well get the Buster sword now. Don't have Elementalist unlocked yet. Or Ravager or Lanista. Ninja's gonna be a while. Summoner. Sniper and Hunter might not be too far off. Okay. I'll tell you what, I need to equip the stuff first. There we go. Hi, Sid. Long time no see. You say tomato. Well, you weren't kidding about these tomatoes. It's a shame, really. I kind of like tomatoes. That is, I used to. I don't think I'll ever be able to eat a tomato again. One of the many hazards of our occupation. Wait. Hey Sid, look at the one over there with the funny head. That's a tomato, too? Why, that's an Alrune! Ugh, our luck is strong. The jewel on the Alrune's head fetches a pretty price. Finally, some good news. Hello, hunters. Say, you weren't going to kill all those poor tomatoes, were you? Who are you? Don't even think about poaching our kill. Those tomatoes are ours. Poach? Me? Never. I'll just lend you a hand, for which I expect a reasonable cut, of course. Money's tight these days. Why, I was just wondering where tonight's supper is going to come from. Is there anything more piteous than a growing girl driven to the brink of starvation? Think of it as, I don't know, a good deed? Please, pretty please, we should... Okay, what do we do about her, Sid? We don't trust her for starters. Still, if we can get that Alarin, we can afford to make a small donation to her cause. Let's split the road 4 parts to 1. No more. 4 to 1? How generous! Let's teach those vegetables some table manners, shall we? Bum, bum. Defeat all foes. Lightning. And we've got 2 guests this time. Hi, Adele. So, funny thing about Adele, when I first played this game, I didn't know how to pronounce her name, so I pronounced it as Adelle. Because, you know, I was quite dumb about that. Alright, actually, who is the highest levels? Alright, so you can come. You can come. And, let's bring our Moogly boy. Alright. Commence. You're weak to wind, eh? I don't have the wind, earth, and water trifecta in this, on many of my units yet. But I need it. Deadly Nightshade. Yeah, I opted not to bring Moniki because, again, her only offensive magic is Thunder, which is lightning damage. It's been a good while since I had a good fight, but it's worth it for a 3-2 split. Wait a second, that's not what we said. Oh right, 4 to 1 was it? And I'll take the 4, of course. Why, that's even more for me. Hey, 4, you're the 1! And then they dodged. So I'm pretty sure the thing that's behind her is like a buckle and not like a cat's tail. But considering Mikote are a thing in other Final Fantasy, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think she is a Hume. Set them all on fire. Oh, I can control them. Let's have some fun. Okay, alright, Sid, do your thing. Oh, you've got Ren power now. Oh, that dude has counter. Horn shot. Is that gonna do just 1 damage? It's not even MP damage, just 1 damage. Yo, if he can shoot off his horn and grow it back, that'd make it way easy to make a killing. Alright. Reduced chance to hit. Ooh, that is really a reduced chance to hit. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure counter goes off even on a miss, so I'm just gonna stick with the normal melee attack. Silence. Good, the one person it mattered to didn't get silenced. Dude's over here like, protagonist Kun, stop talking. I don't want to hear it. Oh, you've got counter. Bonk. And then Adelle's like, no, I don't like that. Actually, this is extra perfect because Adelle and Echo are both thieves at the moment. She actually succeeded. Color me surprised. Do a little bit more widespread before we let out the big guns. That dude has 1 HP. I swear, they just love staying at 1 HP. Oh, you've got an AoE move, or like, sorry, a ranged move now. And it missed. Get tired of being smacked by magic? Oh, you're gonna try and poison him, huh? And it worked? There we go. Miss. Dang it. Miss. I'm being eaten by a tomato. I don't know how to feel about this. You're blind. Being blind basically puts sunglasses on your face. Alright. Good, got both of them. Alright, Adele. You killing this tomato? Go smack it, Sid. We'll be done with this. Why are you rending its just kill it! I don't understand you, Sid. Well, there you go. That's it. As of today, I'm swearing off tomatoes. Here we go. Rising sun. Alright. More items we got, but still good items. Alaroon. Alaroon. Sweet Alaroon. I can practically taste the behemoth steak I'm going with my cut. Sid, I got that stock. And the Alaroon drill, you have it? Funny, I didn't see one out there. Did see? Well, look again. I'm not leaving without that drill. Ah, there you are. I wanted to thank you for the help. Many hands make light work. Look, we're busy here. Give us a moment. Take your time. I was just coming to say goodbye anyway. Huh? What about your cut? Oh, don't worry about it. The Alaroon drill will do me just fine. They're quite rare, you know. Hey! What? You'd be surprised how much these little things sell for. I'll have more than enough for dinner. Not to mention those me shoes I saw the other day. Maybe a Galimia Pepe bag to die for. Oh, I don't know how to thank you enough, so I'll just say thanks. Well, time for me to be off. So long. Hey, what? Where'd she go? I don't believe it. She ran off with our drill. Man, I bet she was after that drill from the start. What a fraud. We were ahead, Sid. Sid? Well, at least we got the stock we needed, right? Let's go trade it for some information. That's worth more than some silly old drill, right? I'll kill her. You hear me? Kill! Sid is not happy. More book writing. New moves. Alright. You unlock Dragoon and Gladiator. There we go. You can learn how to jump, my friend. Alright, just turn in the thing. Kilal the Gluttonous. Kilawa. Brought a red tail for me, have you? It's for a potion. I'm an apothecary by trade, you see. Sadly, many of the ingredients we use are so delicious they never reach my mortar and pestle. I see. The rat tail just set my stomach rumbling. Let me take it off your hands. Not so fast. I didn't go to all this trouble to bring you a snack. I'll give it to you, but you have to promise to use it in your potion. Oh my Oh, my new mixture. I completely forgot. Of course, of course. I'll just. Ah, I've done it again. Perhaps I'm just not cut out to be an apothecary. I'll think of a. I think I'll try a new line of work. Plan like culinary crusade, maybe more to my taste. There you do, dude. It's a rat tail. If you're that distracted by rat tails, you might wanna. All right. Either way, let's save because I feel like the well thing is gonna be in a fight. To battle. Ah, Lamia. A voice from the well. Defeat all foes. Alright. Ranged weapons are forbidden. Well, that's just peachy. Let's see here. I guess I could. Here, I'll switch you back to soldier for now. And all right. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go. I'll keep you as an archer. What I'll do is I'll just have you be a healer. Because you're getting pretty close. I just need to remember not to attack with you. Oh, wrong button. La 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 la. So the sound she's been hearing every night was a Lamia song. Maybe asking her to keep her voice down would solve the problem? No one interrupts my song, no one! Well there, here they come. I wasn't planning on a fight, good thing I'm prepared for one. Okay. And we wait. Actually, let's get you into position to open that chest. Majorca. I guess Echo's opened the chest. Echo herbs. Alright, so they have lightning damage. It's important to remember. Man, I'm like really in the mood for Chinese food, but I also know I shouldn't just go and waste money on going and like ordering some on of Uber Eats, considering I have to take a lift to get to class today. Being responsible is definitely like, it's like I can taste how good it would be. Alright, how much would a jump do? That's it. Let's do it! Dragon Soul! I missed. Worth a shot. MP shield. So use your MP first. Yeah, okay, I see. What do you have? Just attack. Okay. Geese. Doom and Charm? Oh boy. That's quite the combination there. I think, doesn't damage break charm? Yeah, it does. Okay. Ouch. Freaking backstab crit. There's a part of me that's in there being like, they're not gonna count a spear as a ranged weapon, right? Like, yeah, it does attack at a range, but like... No poison. I'm hoping that... More kisses? Really? Are you just gonna doom everyone? Oh my goodness. I forget if poison lasts like forever or if it will go away or not. Good, you're attacking. You're attacking the charmed person. Perfect. effect. Fortunately, wouldn't do much. Good, you're poisoned too. No, alright. Let's get rid of all that MP build up. There's just something cathartic about doing a poison damage on a snake person. Alright, you're gonna die as soon as this guy after this attack. Can we finish them off before our boy dies? My boy who's been doomed by the power of kisses. You get to live. Now that I think about it, talking to them wasn't the best idea. Alright. Green liquid cactus root. Oh. More ingredients. Let's head back to town. Ah, my tomato stock. Yes, pleasure doing business with you. Not very talkative today, are you? Do I detect a foul odor, or perhaps I should say fouler mood? I'm fine, Ribs. Fine. Just tell us what you know. Master Sid, your clan is adjudged, yes? What of it? Judges and laws. Manifestations of a powerful, unique sort of magic that appeared in our land centuries ago. At the time, it was suggested that the lord of this territory, the Archduke Bidonus, was responsible. That he had made his court magicer weave the first spell. Devised as a way to avoid profitless battles and preserve the peace, I know. I didn't fetch you to that stock to learn something any school child could tell me. Ah, but would a school child know the very same court magicer is still alive? Fairy tales. Oh, I assure you that High Mage Lizaford is no fairy tale. Though to hear the chronicler tell it, he's dead, and they've the grave and bones to prove it. So why now, hundreds of years later, would there be whispers neath every eve in Lizaford's return? Tell me more. Yeah, where do we go meet this mage guy? Two whispers speak of a northern wood, others of a swamp, and a ruined end. Whoa, 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 I was hoping for a lead, not a list. You know how much trouble we went through to get this stock. Hey, it's her! The thief, what's she doing here? Hey, haven't you heard anything about a freelance headhunter around? A girl? With this ribbon in her hair with little cat ears? Oh, and she's a total poacher, no sense of fair play at all. You must mean Adelle. She gets around that one, gets a finger in every pie. They call her the cat. You know anything else, like where she's going? I did hear of a rather large sum being offered for a particular beastie down at the pub. Perhaps she's gone off to take care of that. Change of plans, Sid. Let's hit the pub. I'm sure those rumors about the mage guy are just that, rumors. They can wait, can't they? But if we let her go now, we might never catch up to her. Master Sid, sorry about the mage, but you must admit, I came through with the knowledge of Adelle. If any of what you said turns out to be true, then maybe. Alright. Anything new? Ooh. Battle hardened armor. Ooh, some kind of chainmail? Yep, chainmail. Thief. Ooh, counter for thief and counter for white monks. Ooh, that's one of the best ones. Flashes of Dawn. Might this be a wand? No, it's a weapon. Sunblade, fighter and gladiator. Alright, and then this sword is defender. Paladin and the defender class. Okay. Oaky robes. Silken robes. Okay. Alright. Those are important. We'll get another silken robe. We'll buy a kunai because we're getting kind of close. Got barong. Might as well buy one of those. Alright. Yep. Counter, thank you. Do I have any other white mage moves you can learn? Not white mage, white monk moves. You do? Okay, good. Chainmail is like one of those super high priority abilities when it shows up. 'Cause getting a reaction is really great, and counter can work on any like job. So yeah. Let's go back. Oh, not the shop. Actually, hold on a second. I do need a little bit of gil, just because I have more or less used a bunch of it. so I can go and still purchase my my quests. All right. Notice this. People want their monthly dose of the goods on places to go. People with the know and going on security both high and low. They turn to bongo bugle. Okay. And the mage Sinclair. Lamia in my backyard. Thank you for investigating the Gawai Gardens. I hear the source of the noise was nothing other than Lamia singing. This tree can rest easily and undisturbed at night. By the by, the days after your investigation, several of my neighbors came by to tell me that strange headaches they've been suffering have been abated quite miraculously. Perhaps Lamia's song was troubling more than my beauty sleep. Perhaps this is since I only recently moved here, I had not been exposed to the song long enough to develop the migraines my neighbors complained of, and for that I am quite grateful. No problem, dude. Baptiste Hill, that's gonna be in the new area. And I've got stuff for it. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and save real quick. Oh, we can't get to there yet. To battle! Wanted, Ugo Booga. I don't see our friend anywhere. I dare say she's heard our foe, isn't to be trifled with. She'll show herself once we've done all the hard work, though. You mark my words. Whatever, let's do what we came here to do. Defeat Ugo. Restoring MP is forbidden. No ethers here. Alright, Alright, this time we're leaving Mr. Moogle Knight behind. Begin battle. Commence. Can I get you with lightning from here? I can. Perfect. You hit pretty hard. Little arrow bonk. There we go. I do find it interesting that thieves are the one that unlock a counter. And that's not unique to this game. That's just kind of how it's always been in these games. Go punch the chicken. Yeah, punch him in his face. done. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, we'll just take you out and move on. Marlboro vine, interesting. Chicken. These chickens have such silly looking faces in their portraits. Like, it just looks so goofy. I'm pretty sure Quicken as an ability makes it their turn immediately. So we'll see if I don't get a high roll. Yeah, so counter Quicken, and now it's their turn. It's like, hey, you put me at death's door, I'm gonna peck you now. Can I control you? No, I cannot. Okay. Alright, Sid, who you smacking? The doggo? The chicken. Alright. You see that opening. Will you finish it off? Or will you low roll? You low roll. Good job. Much good. Very strong. They just love attacking her archer. Ooh, that's a lot of damage for the headbutt. Oh, you've got counter now. Oh, you heal him with your moves. You've got an earth sword. Sid, why did you come with such a worthless weapon? Now I gotta cure you. Okay. Let's just punch. So let's see here. Yeah, you absorb earth. He's got an earth weapon. Just a little bit more. At least you know not to go and smack it with your thing that's gonna heal it. Magic's gonna be way more effective on this guy. boy. You healed yourself. My dude's over here using intermediate level strategies. Alright, and now we finish it off. You turned into a birchwood. You think she's watching us from somewhere? It's a lot of experience. Nephilis, Nepensis, looks like an ingredient. Well, the hunt is done. Wanna head back? Aye, though I wish we'd found something more, substantial, of something of more substantial worth. And our friend never showed up, did she? The real treasure was right under their noses all along. Eh? What's going on? I can't move my legs. Huh, the rat traps worked better than I thought they would have. Might even serve against monsters. I don't know, I think I'd save it for the rats. I mean, we have living proof it can catch them, right? Just where's the meaning of this? It means I didn't want you stealing off of what is ours again. Speaking of which, we'll be taking that Alorene drill back. Ha! That old thing, long since pawned for Gil, my friend. Not a problem, we'll just take the Gil and pretend we never met. Nothing would make me happier, but I'm afraid I've spent every bit of Gil already. You spent it? All of it? What's that? Already? How could you spend so much so quickly? It's policy. Why save for tomorrow when I can spend today? You're free to have a look at my purse if you like. Now that that's all understood with each other, mind removing this thing from my boots? We leave, Echo. I cannot begin to fathom this woman's prattling. Yeah, me neither. Bye! Hey, I'm still stuck in this. Hey! Great, what am I supposed to do now? Come back, please. We're like, nah, man. Good luck. Bye-bye. Look at all those moves learned. Alright. Might as well start learning. Where is it? Isn't there a thing to go and set it so you can only see what stuff you can equip? I forget. But yeah, where is it? Where have I learned everything? See, is that all the abilities that yeah, I've got all the ones for that right now. I'll stay in the class just so I can get counter attack unlocked. But is that your abilities to white magic. Feather Blow has been learned. Two white mage, two elementalist, two archer. Alright. I believe that's all from them. And you know what? We'll go green mage. Alright. You're still learning. You've mastered Blackout and Archer's Bane. Avoids all bow-based attack moves. Perfect. Alright, and can I... Hunter requires 3. Okay, so I need to learn one more archery move. Just Burial. Okay. Because we're heading back to town. Wow, I'm beat. Hey Sid, do you mind if we rest up a bit before getting back out to hunt our wild mage? It makes no difference to me, but I suspect we'll hear little more value from the street tiers in this burg. Even Ribs was offering me chocobo feed. So what now? We quest until we find someone who knows more? That's one possibility, unless... You have an idea? There's someone in Graston, an old friend. She might know something others do not, maybe. You don't sound all that confident, Sid. Confidence got nothing to do with it. Graston, now we're talking. What are you doing here? Aw, Echo, don't look so sad. I'm here because we're friends, isn't it obvious? Did you just call me Echo? Since when have we been friends? And can we stop now? Sid, please, you know, in my own way, I'm much more valuable than that silly drill. Maybe she's planning on working to pay us back for the drill? Barman, one fresh starfruit surprise, if you'd be so kind. Oh, and put it on their tab. I guess not. Come to see what else she can wring out of us, more like. You know, Graston has the best confectionery. The cakes there are simply divine. I'm so glad I'll be joining you. Someone wants to join the clan. Turn unit away. Boop, boop, boop. So you're a thief. Alright. She has forced her way into our fan club. Alright, let's go ahead. No. Let's sort units. Alright, manual sort. There we go. So, what do you know already? Steel. Alright, you've already got all that. You know counter. So I'm changing your job immediately. Guess you're being a soldier. let's teach first aid. It's a good starting point. Yeah, I don't have a lot of items yet, which won't really let me do anything crazy in terms of like doing special builds yet. So, all right. Let's do the. Let's see what we've got. Did we unlock the ability to do anything new? We did not. Okay. Roadblock. When you're hurrying in the Alright. Oh. No new quests. Probably nothing until we get to the next region. Alright. We can go here now. Which means we can do the boulder call. Yeah, Adelle is definitely somebody to keep leveled up. Uh-oh. Red King of Cinquile. Cinquile. How do you French? I do not French. Defeat the Red King, who is blue. I cannot use any black magic, basically. More experience, thank you. A challenger. I am the Red King Rouge, master of red magics. The Red King of Sinclair, a Viera, and from the sound of it, one tough customer. The clan I last fought crumbled in moments, hardly sporting. I beg you, at least give me some entertainment. I don't get the feeling she's bluffing. Take care. She's 44? Nani? No chance of counter? Really? You're gonna do me dirty like that? And she has counter. You know what? I think... Yes, we're fleeing. We have no hope of beating somebody with that big of a level difference. Why can I even take that quest this early? Oh well. Thanks for the information. This is worth more than I dared hope. Huh, worry not. I sleep with one eye open. And thanks again. I know the danger I put you in being here. Ah, so soon. Glad I left the little ones behind on this trip. Sid! This ninja had a gun! You had a lot of nerve showing up here, Sid. Sid! No! Ugh. Knew I should have gone with him. Who could have done this? How is he? Is he sleeping well? Yeah, I guess. Seems like he's still in some pain, though. I certainly didn't expect to lose our leader so soon after joining the clan. I'm glad he's on the mend, of course, but it was quite the shock. Ugh. Sid? Sid! Echo. Sid, I'm sorry. This is all my fault. You never would have gotten if... Sorry, but this had naught to do with you. Except, I did learn his whereabouts, the mage. What? The mage you seek makes his home in Aldana Range. Go find him. The Aldana Range? I'm sorry, I can't join you. I need more to rest more. He's sleeping again. So, off to Aldana Range then, is it? I can't go now, not when Sid's like this. Really? I'd think you'd want to leave as soon as you can. There's no guarantee that the mage won't pack up and move while you waste your time here. Yeah, but I can't! Sid found this information for you, and now you're just going to sit on it. Suit yourself. I suppose I'll go and hunt something while you cool your heels. Which reminds me, there was a bill posted for some trouble out Aldana Way. Something about monsters in the foothills barring passage into the mountains. Not that I care about some dusty old mage. And if there's money to be made, it matters little to me whether the road's open or not. There isn't much I can do just hanging around here anyway, is there? Maybe she has a point. It's not like I can do much for Sid by waiting around here either. They're done a range, huh? Okay, let's go find this mage. But first, a little monster cleanup. No, wait, there's nothing. There would be anything new in the pub, or in the shop, rather. Pub, though? Here we go. Graston, Tarkwood, big. Okay. It's the thought. Make a little gift for employee, a little treat of sorts. But something healthy. Let's say succulent fruit has a number of benefits, but not too many, I hope. If he were any healthier, he would work me to death. Do I have a succulent fruit? Oh, we don't have the right levels, okay. Some of our younger clan members have been carrying out in the pub disturbing the peace, and if they were reckoned it's best to teach them a good lesson now and nip the problem in the bud. That's where you come in, give them the good thrashing for me. Tarkwood. Shiny maces. Shorthand, do you have any blah 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 blah? Not enough negotiation. Boop, boop. Okay. Seems like everything else requires more than I've got in terms of points. Alright, let's go stop a bar brawl. Yeah, we don't have enough units yet to start dispatching people, unfortunately. Ice is forbidden. I don't think Silence of Doom is any good here, unfortunately. Ugh, I didn't even think those were ears. That's nothing. You should have been there when we found that case of rabbits. That's not that bad. The look on Creek's face when we found it, priceless. that was. And that's why I always say, hmm? Look what the Moogle dragged in. This here is by invitation, and I don't recall sending one out to you. Get lost. We're not going anywhere. Just who do you think you are talking to? Huh? Let's get 'em, boys. So much for talk. Looks like a fight's the only thing that'll get through to them. Time to crack some skulls. Choo choo. Oh, blackout, huh? And it worked. Just my luck. Do I even have eye drops? I do. Okay. Let's get that gunk out of those eyes. I do like the fact that they were all set up at the table. It definitely gives off the whole, like, yo, we just crashed their party vibes, you know? Yes, attack the counter boy. And smack. Oh, missed. Just my luck, huh? You stealing my gill? What are you doing that for? I don't think Adelle would appreciate you stealing her gill all that much, to be perfectly honest. Here. Let's just set the whole lot on fire. You dodged. Okay, so that's how that works. I was like, I'm pretty sure there is a way to go and actually see what people are gonna, what they can do, like their range and stuff like that. It's holding down B. First aid heal. About 1 attack worth. Okay. You are just determined to steal Gil, aren't you? Sure, man. Get rid of her magic. That's fine. I think I should be able to get in a good attack. Ren power. Oh boy, less attack power. Here we go. Here we go. 1 down. Just drink. Okay. There we go. Perfect. You are still after Gil. Okay, so right now I'm thinking that as long as we keep focusing down, we should be good. Though I think I'm gonna need to start healing soon. Big problem. Though, as long as I keep wasting turns on stuff like getting rid of like the magic damage on people like the MC, then like we'll be good for a while. Alright, let's go ahead and use a regular potion, get you some HP. My attack has not been lowered. Okay, okay. Let's take you out. You're gonna get a turn before the caster, so... My dude brought a bow and arrow to a bar fight, and I am all for it. I think Adelle's going down in a second. The archer targets her. Who are you targeting? Okay. Adelle will be fine then. Show him a delicious backside and see what he does. Alright, never mind. It's fine. This really hurts. Even I can't take this kind of punishment forever. Then we'll move right here. And get a big cure out on everybody. And bomb. There we go. Good. And we'll just take you out. Succulent fruit. Great. Who are you shooting? Are you focusing? You're focusing. Okay. Poor Rupon's basically been ignored this entire battle. He's like, yeah, I'm going and I'm doing. Then it's like, yeah, guys, how's it? We're fine. We're gonna win. It just turns over. Everyone's been taken out. Everyone but him. Check you out. There you go. Just one boy. One more left. Doesn't even have any reaction abilities, so this is gonna be easy. Now we'll just focus. No need to do a stats effect to slay in the fight. Who are you attacking? Ooh, the counter person. Bold. Udlava just hung out being poisoned this entire fight. He is ready to get home and stop dying. Maybe that'll give them something to think about. It was a tough fight. And some nice stuff. New abilities mastered. What we got? Ah, okay. Alright, let's switch you back. Let's switch you over to a thief. Because you can start learning. There's more new stuff to learn. More importantly, you can start learning counter. Okay. Yeah, I don't have enough negotiation for any other side quests, so we're just basically going straight there. However, we will end here for today. Tonight we're going to be doing some more stream. I believe tonight will be Tales of Symphonia, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, thanks for coming by, everybody. And hopefully I'll see you tonight or next time I go and do some more Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2. So, you guys take care.